Oh guys, now that we fixed all the leaks and the tank is 100%, it's ready. Let's fix... Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome back to another episode of Saltfish TV. Today, we're getting wet. Alright, first things first, before we get this wet, I just wanted to show you that we did run into a bit of an issue with the previous configuration. So when I was tightening this down on the union, I tightened it too much, and then I tried to twist it, rearrange it, and I was tightening it more without knowing, and it actually snapped right here, and I tried to glue it back, as you can see, and it wasn't successful. I tried. And then I realized that's probably not going to be safe, so I ordered a brand new union ball valve from Marine Depot, and we got it in there. And what sucked, because I had to use a heat gun and everything and to get this PVC pipe out, because it was already bonded in there. But hopefully it doesn't leak. We'll find out, right? It's all a process. Alright, another point I wanted to bring up is that when you get your tank on the stand, you want to make sure it's nice and level, lengthwise and widthwise, or else you might have a wonky reef tank, and you don't want that. You don't want unnecessary stress on one end or the other. So make sure it's nice and level on the stand before you fill it, because by then it might be too late. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do my process. I'm going to first check the overflow box and make sure it's not going to come leaking through on the tank side, inside or outside. Make sure I have a good seal and that I didn't over tighten it or not tighten it enough, because I don't want to fill this thing up with water with the sump and pumping it through, and by the time it gets to the overflow box it's leaking everywhere and it's kind of late. You got too much water in there, so I just want to test it kind of separately. That's how I'm doing it. I think it's a good idea. Well, let's go for it. So far, so good. That's a plus. We got water going in. Well, now it's going down to the sump. Oh no. We got water coming out. Oh no. Alright. We got a bit of a leak. From the drain here. Also, it's good to put some towels down, because that's why. Trying to figure out where this leak is coming from. I might need to just tighten it some more. Here comes the cat. Come to investigate. Alright. Let's tighten it down and see if that was our issue. Alright, well, I fixed the old leak. Got the trusty plumber's wrench on there. Tightened it up. Kept getting a little nervous because it seemed like I was going a little too tight, but I just do little nudge after nudge until the drips stopped. But it is not leaking as far as the drain and emergency pipe go. Oh, which is great. No more wetness around there. My main concern was the actual seal on the tank, on the overflow box. I was expecting it to be dripping and leaking down here from the overflow, but I guess I got lucky. Which is awesome. This emergency pipe was great. I didn't have to try and tighten that one. See where I ate it up a little bit, but it's okay. My biggest thing is make sure it's dry. Been letting it sit here for a little bit to see if it'll start weeping or anything, but no. These aren't leaking either. The unions, everything's nice and dry, touching all the elbows. Make sure it's not wet. Make sure nothing's leaking, dripping. There's water in the sump successfully. guess the other big test would be our return pipe now. Just want to show you, put some water in here. Pretty neat operation. Smooth operation. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's the first time doing a build like this. It's pretty exciting. Also check the towel, make sure there's no drips I'm missing. Really happy. This is really cool. This is awesome, guys. I guess now it's fill up our sump. You can see there's already water going in there. Sump's holding up so far, which is good. So at least we know that side of the tank is good. The drain. Let's fill this sump up and see if we can get it fully functional. Alright, so I'm going to use my handy dandy water change pump to get this water out of this 5-gallon bucket and into the sump. It's going to make it way easier and hopefully less mess. Hopefully. Add some more light in here. So I got it going in this in the overflow where it would. It's going down in the filtered cups. At least we know the sump is working quite well. We put that baby together just right, didn't we? Sorry if the video is shaking. I am quite nervous and excited at the same time. So now in our first, second, and third chamber. Now it has to go over. At least we know our baffles are working. Nothing is in the fourth chamber just yet, because it needs to go up and over. I've already put in 10 gallons. I think it's gonna be, with all this, the baffles and everything in here, and this sump, this 20-gallon long sump. And once we get all the equipment in there, the skimmer and whatnot, I think this sump might only hold 10 gallons of water volume, which is pretty decent. Can't complain. Alright, the sump is getting full. Plug in the return pump and see if we have any leaks going up the return tube. Such a needy cat. It's my reefing cat. I don't think there's any leaks. My flashlight. Nope, running the pump dry. Let's turn it off. Woo! Put in that feed mode. Dang, this DCP 4000 is pretty powerful. It's like a geyser. So check in. I don't see any leaks. I don't see any water coming out. I think we did a good job. I think we did a good job, guys. We did it! Ugh, tight squeeze in this area. Quite shaky because I am super excited about this. Check valve was working. Water was flowing. See no leaks. Let's do the feel test. Make sure my fingers aren't sweaty from my nerves going. And I see nothing. We're dry, guys. Yeah. My biggest concern was it leaking from this area because I had to put the heat gun on that and pull that pipe out to put this new union on, which I also need to check these to make sure they're not leaking. They don't look like they are. This one was on, so it was stopping the water. I had this one off and that one off, or else it'd be spewing everywhere. But yeah, I don't feel any wetness whatsoever coming from this return side. I think we successfully did it, guys. This is awesome. This is awesome. I'm so happy. I'm just double checking, making sure we're not leaking anywhere. This is so cool. No leaks. And then this pipe right here is going to be threaded so that I can actually put the RFG nozzle in there with the lock line. Oh, this has stopped. Let's break the siphon. There we go. This is so cool. It's working. I was so nervous. So nervous on this whole ordeal. Yep, that's not leaking anymore. That was our only leak. That's very impressive, especially for me. Usually when I build something always goes wrong. This is so awesome, man. It's my first time building something like this. Like this is such a big accomplishment. Only having that one leak, drilling the tank myself. I'm so sorry that footage did not get put on here. That SD card, something happened, something weird. Anyway, we're here now. It's working. The sump is working. Everything's working. No leaks. That's so awesome. So awesome. Let's see if we can open this. I can never remember which way to turn them. See if there's actually water there. Yep. So at least that's working. Yeah, no leaks, guys. Whoop whoop. No leaks. This is so... Oh man, I'm so excited. This is so awesome. It's so great. Just keep double checking, making sure there's no leaks. We good, baby. We good. We did it. We did it. All right, let's keep filling it up. Let's keep filling it up all the way to where it's fully functional, operational, and then yeah. So let me fill it up, and then I'll be right back to show you guys its operation. Bit of an issue. We have leaks, and I started loose and decided to tighten up little by little to the point where it's pretty much really tight, and that's not what you want. So something is going on here, and also this started leaking again really bad. Same issue, but this is a little delay and it's leaking. Alright, well, hopefully I get better news. So it turns out that the gasket does not go on this nut side on the inside. I'll admit, that was a rookie mistake. That's why we were leaking. And the gasket goes between the glass and the box to create the seal. Which now, after thinking about it, makes sense. And with this one, I fixed it. So what I did was take this nut back off and then reseated the gasket in there, and it seems to be holding true. It's not wet, but we'll see once we get more water in there and some pressure going, see what happens. But now this one should be coming up to the gasket in itself. See if it'll leak. Probably should have dried it off a little bit. You can still see some drops, some old drops or water. But if it leaks, we'll see it run down. You know, sometimes all it takes is for you to step back, take a couple breaths, calm down, reassess the situation, just like I did. Came back, reseated the gaskets, and so far so good. Fingers crossed. Well guys, I think I figured it out. My rookie mistake. After thinking about the process of how it would, or supposed to go, I wiped it with the paper towel, and look, I don't see any drops in there. Doesn't mean that it can't happen. I mean, it could happen when we get some more pressure up in there. But as of right now, we are no leaky. Well, as you can see, we put some things on pause and hold and drained a little bit because, ow, ding, the tank stand, feeling. Anyway, Our emergency stem pipe drain was not fitting that snug in its home, so it was allowing water to creep around and down the pipe, and it was trickling down. And then I also realized another issue is this PVC sealant. Maybe I didn't use enough, but back here it's sprung a leak and was dripping. So as this pipe was allowing water to go around it and down the tube, this was leaking. So what I'm going to do is put some silicone on and around the pipe and stick it in the hole, and then also put a little bit of silicone around here, which is fine because it's our emergency drain and it's not our main drain, so it'll only leak during emergencies, which hopefully aren't very common. Let's fix that. Alright, so my fix was I found an extra tube of the Aquagun silicone that we use to make the sump, and I put a bead at where the pipe connection goes into the bulkhead and at the emergency pipe, sealed it shut. This is so awesome, guys. I was frustrated at first because it leaks, but then, you know, things happen, man. I'm just really happy nothing else is really leaking down here, which is awesome. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you for following along on this build so far, and those of you that have been with me this whole time, I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, and stay tuned for more because there's a whole lot more going to be going on in this build. I'm so pumped for it. I can't wait. If you like this video and you're still hanging around, you may as well hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. That would really mean a lot to me. It means that you would like to support this channel and this build. Saltfish TV out.